Before her death, Princess Anne sat with Chris Ship, the royal editor, for a revealing interview. While love, fame, glamour, and activities are expected in the royal family, Princess Anne, known for her dedication and dignity in serving the British monarchy, harbored a surprising secret. At 73, she finally revealed who she hated most, shedding new light on her private life and royal relationships. This shocking truth unveils a complex, intriguing person beyond her public image. Grab a snack, perhaps some tea and biscuits, and settle in as we explore this fascinating story. Princess Anne's life seems filled with royal privileges, Olympic achievements, and constant service. At 73, after years of silence, she finally speaks about the person she dislikes most. Princess Anne is known for her direct and no-nonsense attitude. She revealed a long-standing grudge against someone, making us wonder who this person was and why they were so disliked. Let's examine her feelings and the story behind this intense aversion. We'll look at her history, marriage, and unique position in the royal family. Princess Anne was born on August 15, 1950, at Clarence House during her grandfather King George VI reign. She was the second child of Princess Elizabeth, Duchess of Edinburgh, later Queen Elizabeth Roman II, and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. A 21-gun salute in Hyde Park marked her birth. She was christened in Buckingham Palace's music room on October 21, 1950, by the Archbishop of York, Cyril Garbett. At birth, she was third in line to the British throne, after her mother and older brother Charles, now King Charles Roman III. She rose to second in line in 1952 after her grandfather's death and her mother's succession. Currently, she is 17th in the line of succession to the throne. Catherine Peebles was appointed to care for Anne and her brothers, Charles, Andrew, and Edward. Peebles oversaw Anne's early education at Buckingham Palace. Due to her young age, she didn't attend her mother's coronation in June 1953. A guide company, the first at Buckingham Palace to include the Holy Trinity Brompton Brownie Group, was reformed in May 1959, specifically so Anne could interact with girls her age, just as her mother and aunt had done as children. The company remained active until 1963, when Anne began attending boarding school. Anne enrolled at Benenden School in 1963 and left in 1968 with 6 O-levels and 2 A-levels. From a young age, she showed a strong commitment to royal duties. She seemed more focused on her responsibilities than seeking attention from her older or younger brother, Andrew. This early dedication shaped her lifelong commitment to public service. Her official royal duties began after completing her studies at Benenden in 1968. At 18, she embarked on a career full of service and responsibility. In 1987, she was given the title of Princess Royal, which she holds for life. Despite her royal status, Princess Anne has always prioritized her duties, building a reputation for service. She is known for saying, "A person's worth comes from their actions, not their clothes." This focus on doing good, not just looking good, earned her respect within both the royal family and the public. Her public life began in 1969 when she opened an educational center in Shropshire. Since then, her dedication hasn't wavered. She is deeply involved with over 200 global organizations, often going beyond mere attendance. In her role with Save the Children, she doesn't just lend her name, but travels to challenging regions. She was even nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize in 1990 for her work saving children. Beyond royal duties, her dedication to helping needy children is globally praised, showing that actions speak louder than words. But how could someone with such a big heart for service hate another person? In a BBC interview, she spoke about her genuine affection for people, especially her work with disadvantaged children worldwide. While many see the royal family as distant and reserved, Anne is different. Her sharp wit and dry humor add personality to her public role, making her both approachable and admired. Anne has been called the anchor and most reliable member of the royal family, having carried out over 20,000 engagements since her 18th birthday. She has a reputation for hard work. In her early adulthood, she was seen as a royal rebel for choosing not to give titles to her children. The media often dubbed her aloof and nicknamed her royal rudeness. She famously told photographers to naff off at the Badminton horse trials in 1982. Writer Ben Aitken said that Anne inherited her father's sharp tongue and biting wit. In her first public role, Anne said, "It's not just ticking a box, it's about genuine service." It took her a decade to confidently contribute to Save the Children's debates, as understanding the fieldwork required extensive coverage. From 2002 to 2022, Anne completed 11,088 engagements, more than any other royal. She remains one of Britain's most famous royals. Journalist Camilla Tominey called her a national treasure, praising her work ethic and eccentricity. Despite her prominence, Anne reportedly does her own makeup and hair and drives herself to events. She has even admitted to 2 speeding tickets due to tardiness. She doesn't shake hands during walkabouts, saying if you can't greet everyone, it's best not to start. Her down-to-earth attitude is seen in her willingness to fix fences at Gatcombe Park and queue for portable toilets at her daughter's equestrian events. Anne's dedication includes supporting niche causes like the Wet Wheels Foundation's Accessible Sailing and the National Lighthouse Museum. On her 60th and 70th birthdays, she denied retirement plans, citing her parents' dedication to royal duties. Anne's public persona is no nonsense, yet she maintains grace and courtesy. Her style is iconic, embracing British fashion brands with tailored suits and tweed as her signature look. She's known for re-wearing outfits, such as her floral dress from Prince Charles's 1981 wedding and Lady Rose Windsor's 2008 nuptials. Anne is the patron of the UK Fashion and Textile Association and favors bold patterns and vibrant colors. In 2024, Tatler named her among Europe's most glamorous royals. Anne's personal life has been equally fascinating. She married Mark Phillips, a lieutenant in the Queen's Dragoon Guards, in 1973, and they had 2 children, Peter and Zara. However, the marriage ended in divorce in 1992. Later that year, she married Timothy Lawrence, a Royal Navy officer. Their marriage remains strong, and Anne continues to be a beloved figure in British public life. However, one of the more surprising revelations about Anne involves her strained relationship with certain members of the royal family, particularly Meghan Markle. Anne, protective of her family, especially Harry and Charles, reportedly clashed with Meghan, whose modern approach and acting background didn't sit well with her. This tension has remained a topic of speculation, shedding light on Anne's steadfast loyalty to the monarchy and her strong opinions on those who marry into it. She doesn't need to speak, it's all in her eyes, they said. Princess Anne doesn't hide her opinion on Meghan joining the royal family. Many royals weren't thrilled with their marriage due to factors like Meghan's acting career and mixed-race background. While others couldn't voice their opinions, Princess Anne, like her father, Prince Philip, didn't hide her feelings. In 2018, when Meghan married Prince Harry, Princess Anne already had doubts. She believed Meghan's royal life would be short-lived, and she was soon proven right. Just 2 years later, in 2020, Meghan stepped back from royal duties and moved to Montecito, California. A royal expert shared insights into Princess Anne and Meghan's initial relationship. Princess Anne advised Meghan to see being royal as a job, not a path to fame. Did you know Meghan wasn't the only one to face Princess Anne's stern approach? Let's look into the past and discover another famous personality, Princess Diana. Despite passing away in 1997, Diana remains one of the most celebrated figures of the last century. However, her relationship with her sister-in-law, Princess Anne, was not smooth. They had little in common and likely didn't understand each other's backgrounds. Anne probably couldn't grasp Diana's emotional nature, and Diana likely didn't connect with Anne's straightforward character. Speculation about their strained relationship started in the 1980, with many believing they were in a long-standing feud after Diana joined the royal family. Reports of tension escalated when Anne wasn't named godmother to Diana's second son, Prince Harry. Anne had also not been chosen as godmother to Diana's first son, Prince William. Diana later addressed these rumors in an interview, explaining if our child had been a girl, it was a possibility. But Harry was born, so we chose a man. Harry's main godfather is Prince Andrew. The tension grew when Anne skipped Harry's christening, and a 1984 report claimed she was upset about being overlooked again. Media focus on Diana's popularity overshadowed Anne's hard work, causing further strain. After Diana's tragic death in 1997, Anne reportedly regretted not understanding her struggles. But did Princess Anne's frustrations extend beyond the royal family to other influential women? One such figure was Cherie Blair, wife of former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Their relationship was tense from the start. Born in 1954 in Lancashire, Cherie was raised in a Catholic family. After her father, actor Tony Booth, left her mother, Cherie and her sister were raised by their grandmother. Cherie first met Tony Blair while studying law in 1976, and they married in 1980. Cherie's public life was marked by tension with Princess Anne, beginning with their first meeting in 1997 at Balmoral Castle. Cherie recounted in her memoir how the meeting was awkward when she suggested Princess Anne call her Cherie instead of Mrs. Blair. Anne declined, stating, "It's not how I was raised." Cherie replied, "Well, I'm direct." This brief exchange set the tone for their future interactions, highlighting a clash of personalities and values. The tension didn't end there. At the Queen's Golden Jubilee celebration in 2002, the Blairs' unscheduled walkabout reportedly upset the royal family. Cherie tried greeting Princess Anne but received a cold response. Cherie's dislike for royal traditions, such as formal dress codes, also worsened their relationship. A particularly embarrassing moment came when Cherie wore trousers to lunch at Balmoral, shocking the Queen Mother. Princess Anne's disdain for Cherie wasn't just about these incidents, but also about Cherie's apparent disregard for royal protocols. As Princess Anne's frustration with Cherie grew, she faced challenges with other royals, including Sarah, Duchess of York. Sarah Ferguson, known as Fergie, has always stood out as an unconventional figure within the British royal family. Born in 1959, her marriage to Prince Andrew brought her into the royal spotlight. Her lively and spontaneous nature clashed with royal traditions, setting her apart from the more reserved members of the family. Despite her charm, which won public affection, Sarah's relationship with Princess Anne was often tense. The early years of Sarah's marriage to Andrew were marked by reports of disagreements and cold encounters between her and Anne. Princess Anne, known for her pragmatic approach to royal duties, was reportedly frustrated by how Sarah's media presence overshadowed her own hard work. Steve Wood, a royal photographer, noted that Anne felt overlooked compared to Sarah's popularity. Beyond the tension with Anne, Sarah's marriage to Andrew faced its own challenges. By 1991, the couple's relationship was strained, and they announced their separation in 1992. The media frenzy surrounding Sarah's private life, including a scandal involving photographs of her with American financial manager John Bryan, further strained her ties with the royal family. Despite rumors of reconciliation, the couple formally divorced in 1996. As we reflect on Princess Anne's interactions with key figures in the royal family and beyond, It's clear that her firm, no-nonsense attitude has often clashed with others' personalities. But this is what makes Anne such a fascinating figure in the ever-evolving story of the British royal family. What's your take on Princess Anne's personality? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more